Just topping off the water for the pigs. Oh, geez, I didn't mean to scare you. It's a wet spot there. If I pull the plugs out of the bottom of this to flush out the basin there, they really get a lot of feed and mud and everything else in there. It's got like plugs in the bottom of it. Pull them out, it drains, and flush it with water. But it should be good for the day. I usually come back and check them before dark just to make sure nothing's ripped the fence down or what have you. A lot of these guys are actually, they were all further down in the field. They hear the machine come up. Looks like somebody's already down in their pool. They hadn't been in the pond at first, but what was it? 2 days ago was a really hot day and they had definitely been in there. It's covered in duckweed, but somebody's just coming out from taking a dip. They like to lay up here on the high ground underneath these trees. Sure beats living in a confinement building, I'm sure. One scratch on an apple tree. We had a really late freeze this spring, so there is no apples. And I don't even think there's much in the way of acorns this year. There's a big white oak tree here. I don't see any acorns. Pretty sure by now you should see some. There's a lot of hickory nuts, but there does not appear to be any acorns this year. I will get up and get the cows moved. This is just about topped off. The cows moved and I think we'll get cutting. So I just moved the cows off of this paddock. We'll get their mineral feeder moved and our water tank up to the next hydrant. You can see they're on here I think a day and a half. This paddock goes all the way down probably 300 yards or so there, but you can see that they got everything. They ate the tops and they pretty much trampled everything else, which is what I'm looking for. Ground's got a good cover on it. In the next couple weeks you'll see all the sprouts coming right up through that mat of laid down vegetation. At this point we've got quite a bit of moisture in the ground, and with this cover, even if it stopped raining, we'd still get another good grazing off of this. We'll probably, it's towards the end of July, we'll probably complete 2 more rotations. Probably get us, to the end of October, and then we'll see where we're at. But at this point, we pretty much have close to a 60-day rest. So they won't be back on this field until, well, into September. But you can see there's a good bit of forage in here now because it's had a 60-day rest. Oh, somebody's in heat. Who is that? I think that's 1403. I think that's Curly. He was just mounting 1844 when I came up here. That is, yeah, that's Curly. I'll make note of that. But yeah, they've got good forage. They'll come through here and they'll clip basically the tops off the plants, because that's where the energy is concentrated. walking around, it'll trample a lot of what they didn't think was the good stuff. There's a good bull there, nice bull calf. Might actually put him in the bull test down at the Livestock Evaluation Center this winter. We'll see. Never done it yet, sending one to bull test, but thought about giving it a try this year. So this paddock goes down to that patch of woods down there. Then the next one, the field narrows down for the next move. Get the water hydrant, the water tank moved to the next hydrant, and we'll get moving. So this is our water tank on a float. See a couple hickory nuts fell in there. Now when I take this up to the next hydrant, where the cows are, they typically come running over and start drinking at it as if they haven't had water all night. I don't know if the sound of the water attracts them, but they'll act like they haven't had a drink. And they plug into, we have this, some of it's 1 inch, but then this is 3/4 inch. And there's these hydrants. They just plug in, you shut the cap, keep the bugs out of it. And I'll dump this and move it to the next hydrant. So the tank rides on the mineral sled, which is hooked to the buggy. Look out, girl. Look out. Kind of a pain doing this with one hand, but there we go. So I put it so it splits 2 paddocks, so I only have to dump this and move the water tank every other move. Pull the hose out. Oops. Pull the hose out, that's stuck. And there should be a hydrant. Right here somewhere. There it is. Here's a hydrant. And then we just push that in. Now it's charged. This, oops, sorry about that. On the other side of the fence, keep the cows from pulling on it. That was kinked. Make sure that's not kinked there. And that will fill up until this floats up and shuts it off. I'm on top of the hill, so the water pressure gets a little less. I'll put this side. Got some room on that side to get their head in there. So, yeah, it's a little slower up here because this water is actually coming from a well over, oh, it's probably 300 or 400 yards across there on the other side of that far tree line. And it's got to come up this hill. So, but it works good enough. As long as there's not a bunch of them standing here trying to drink at once, which now they're making a liar out of me that they're heading down the hill. They're not up here trying to drink, which is good. It's getting hot. I'll hook the sled down here a little bit. I don't like to put it right by the water, so they're not eating minerals and drinking water all in the same spot. down here. And then put it close to the fence so that when I do move them to the next paddock, I just move stepping post to the other side of the mineral feeder, so I don't have to move this again. Which I do need to dump a bag of mineral into it because they have cleaned it out. This mineral's got like cinnamon and garlic in it. It smells delicious. It's supposed to deter flies. So I was doing an experiment this year where I didn't put fly tags in them. I thought, well, let me try this approach. And I can say that it doesn't work. I have to put this down to dump mineral. Now, they've got their mineral back in there again. It's got 3 compartments. So right now, bag's probably lasting right now probably a week. I need to get a hold of Fortrell. I also like to use Fortrell's Grazer's Choice, and I'm out of it right now, so I need to give them a call, make an order. But let's go cut some hay.